young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bashir Gray.
Footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
According to Jaguar, Diddy has done the same thing to many other up-and-coming male artists in the industry, including Meek Mill. Now, Meek Mill went into a frenzy on Twitter a couple of weeks ago trying to prove he wasn't Diddy's boy toy, but it seems like the rumors were true after all. So, did Diddy really pass Justin around in the industry? And just how many other young men did he do the same thing to? In a recent interview with Storm Monroe, Jaguar spilled all the tea about how Diddy didn't stop at using Justin for his own pleasure. He allegedly also passed him off to his friends and allowed them to have their way with the poor young Justin. Justin Bieber has also been trending these last few weeks after the raid on Diddy's homes, and many disturbing videos of him have been circulating on the internet.
Hey, young brother, everything's good? That's selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean,
You gotta admit that there must have been something very creepy going on there, and Jaguar Wright had a lot to say about it in her recent interview with Storm Monroe. In the interview, Jaguar made reference to that disturbing footage of Justin Bieber hanging out with Odell Beckham and Trey Songz, where it looks like Justin is going down on Odell. Now, some fans have tried to play this off as Justin doing some of that Coca-Cola, which, you know, is terrible in itself because these are grown men encouraging a young brother into a drug-fueled lifestyle. But according to Jaguar, that wasn't no Coca-Cola at all. It was Justin doing to Odell exactly what we thought he was doing all along. And you just have to look at Justin's wet mouth at the end of the video to confirm it. And it looks like Justin may not have been doing it willingly because, according to Jaguar, Trey Songz was there as a lookout so nobody would catch on to what Odell was doing to Justin, and probably to avoid paparazzi getting a recording of the act.
And then I think about that really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling. Now, what they're gonna try to say is, no, Justin Bieber was just doing a line of coke. No, he didn't mess with his nose when he came up.
He was doing a line of coke with his mouth.
He wiped his mouth. When you do
his mouth was wet.
You do this when you finish your line.
His
you wipe your mouth when you
wet. The post-nasal drip. That was seminal fluid,
It was Odell there.
Justin talked about how that moment of his life was tough because he was hurting, unhappy, confused, angry, misled, misunderstood, and angry at God. So that tells you he was really going through it, even though it looked like he was having the time of his life at the peak of his career. Of course, y'all know Diddy was not the only cause of Justin Bieber's problems. He entered the industry very young and didn't have much guidance. So despite being young, he has been manipulated and objectified in every way you can think of. Mind you, it was adults doing this. From his fellow artists to interviewers and hosts, everyone wanted to get a chunk of Sweet JB, whether he was willing to give it up or not. Justin was at the 2012 AMAs with Jenny McCarthy, and just look at what she was doing. Mind you, Justin was barely 18 here, and Jenny was 40 years old, and he basically had to pry her off himself. He was so uncomfortable that when he started to give his acceptance speech, he first said, "Wow, I feel so violated right now."
I feel violated right now. Wow.
In another clip, an interviewer was asking 15-year-old Justin about the talk, and he even had to call them out on it because why are you asking a 15-year-old stranger that type of question?
Okay. So why don't you give me?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
And here's Katy Perry just straight up feeling Justin up.
Who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
In 2011, when Justin was 16, James Corden interviewed him for the 2011 Brit Awards, and he's just being a total weirdo around him.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad. Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to at the moment, Justin?
Ellen DeGeneres, she literally displayed this incredibly exposing paparazzi shot of Justin on her show and then asked him some weird questions about it.
Bungalow.
Yeah.
And because usually we're all pretty good at spotting paparazzi.
Yeah.
They hide in boats and pretend to be fishermen, and we're like, you're paparazzi. I mean, we're pretty good at it. How did you not see that there was paparazzi there?
Well, I just didn't see them. I think I wasn't really looking out for them either, so.
Was there a boat? When you think back on it now, can you see where they may have been?
Yeah, they're definitely in a boat. Yeah.
And how quickly after that was shot did you realize that happened? Did that go on wire right away?
Yeah, it was pretty much like a couple days. It was like a couple days later, Scooter hit me. He was like, yo, I hate to tell you this, but...
Now, Meek Mill has tried very hard to prove he likes women and he's not gay. I mean, he spent 7 days and 7 nights on Twitter trying to convince everyone of how much he liked women. In one tweet, he said, "When I got a girl around me, I'm effing her twice a day, LOL, assle some of your favorites. P don't control me, but it's like a high. One love to the gay people, but that juicy P do it for me. I done ran red lights to get that feeling. Y'all weird on here like devils, LOL." Then he added, "Y'all see these rappers with gay styles. They want that look. Leave that to them. I come from that gangsta-ish surviving in the jungle." He even blamed the media for trying to bring him down and stop his new release from trending. The two things they say, we snitching or we gay. We generating hundreds of millions from music. It's not a coincidence we all gay and snitches. They are powering this stuff even if it's fake. The goal is to disrupt the hip-hop community. I own this music that dropped tomorrow. Play it. But you the one thing he didn't deny, being Diddy's boy toy. Anyway, sources are now saying Justin might have had the trauma bond with Diddy because even after everything, he still publicly talks about how he loves Diddy. Justin even still had time to work with Diddy even after Diddy, despite the fact that he had practically retired from the music scene. Didn't he sell his entire music catalog for $200 million last year? But somehow, he ended up working on Diddy's Love album on a track called Moments. In his post announcing the collaboration, Justin said, "I remember going to my brother Diddy's office to pitch him a song I wrote for him when I was like 14. Sadly, the song was trash, and it would be a hard no from him." Fast forward to a few years ago, Puff asked if I would freestyle something for his upcoming Love album. Wild full circle moment, love you Diddy. That weird or what? You wanna know what's even creepier? A video has started circulating online showing Justin at a party with Diddy and The Game giving him drinks. It's unclear what the drinks were exactly, but there have been speculations that it might have been spiked, especially because Justin was allegedly passed around by Diddy and his friends at that party. I can't even begin to imagine what must have been going through his head at that party. Like Usher, Justin also hasn't said anything about his time with Diddy, but he has done a documentary about what life was like for him all those years, and watching it just breaks your heart. However, a source close to Justin says he's willing to confront his relationship with Diddy if it will help the current investigation. Justin doesn't really want to talk publicly about his relationship with Diddy, but he may have to. I'm not sure if Diddy did anything that Justin now thinks crossed the line, but if he does, he's not saying. If Justin has to address his past interactions with Diddy, he will. Jaguar Wright has been talking about how creepy Diddy is for years, but it seems like everyone is now ready to believe her. But now I want to know what y'all think about Jaguar Wright spilling this tea about Diddy and Justin Bieber. Comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video.